Let's talk about horizontal and vertical lines for a few minutes. We've been talking about equations of lines, mostly slanty lines with positive or negative slopes. And the equations of the horizontal and vertical lines look a little bit different. And they threw us off a little bit when we were graphing. So let's talk a little bit about how to write the equation when somebody says, hey, write the equation of a line that is horizontal and goes through this point, whatever point they give you. So I'm going to give you a little trick. And sometimes these little acronyms can be very helpful in terms of remembering things. So the acronym I want you to learn is going to be HOI VUX. Okay, I'm going to fill you in on what this means. So H for horizontal is the H in HOI, and V for vertical is the V in VUX. And if you can remember HOI VUX, you can remember really easy how to write the equation of these lines. So let's just do a quick reminder. Our horizontal lines are the ones that look like this, right? Flat. And if we think about Slope Dude, those are the lines that he has to pull across on that flat slope, and he says this is zero fun. So the zero being the slope, which is basically the little O in the middle of HOI, really is a zero. So think of that more as a number. Versus our vertical lines, right? These guys that go straight up and down are thinking of Slope Dude when he falls off the cliff and goes straight down and yells the worst curse word of all mathematics, which is undefined. That's the U in VUX. So HOI, horizontal, has a zero slope, and VUX, the vertical lines with the undefined slopes. And that last letter there is the whole key to writing the equation, that these equations are always going to be y equals just a number. There won't be an x involved in the equation, and that y is the y in HOI. Versus the vertical lines are always going to be x equals just a number with no y involved in it, and that x will be our x in VUX. Let's do this. Instead of the arrows, oops, eraser. Let's make it a little too busy. Let's go back to the blue. Right, this y and the x is the x and the y here. All right, so for example, here's a little coordinate plane. It's kind of hard to read in your black and white notes, so you can see it in color here. They give you a vertical line. So let's suppose they say, write us a vertical line that goes through the point 4, 1. All right, so here's 4, 1. And I want a vertical line. So think about all these other points where the x stays constant, right? This is 4, -1. This is 4, -2. The x is staying constant. So vertical line, if I think of VUX, that's the x, and I just write x equals whatever the x coordinate is in my point, which is 4. And that, very simply, is the equation of the vertical line. Works the same with the horizontal. I need a different color though. We'll go green for the horizontal line. Through the point 2, -4. Right, so if it's horizontal, think about the y coordinates staying the same. Horizontal being HOI, saying that the y stays constant. Pick out your y coordinate. So y equals -4 in this case. Simple as that. So let's do a little practice. Try those 4 examples there. Pause the video for a minute, and I'll come back and you can check your answers. All right, double check that that makes sense to you. Follow up with us if you have questions. That is a quick little summary on writing equations of horizontal and vertical lines.